We're gonna do one more. Because I was checked to see if I could get an idea of like what the next level is character-wise, and yes, I want to talk about it. I will say, as you can see, equipment does give a lot more boosts in this one. Yeah, it was too late. We're already cut off. And we're in a bit of a pickle, so yeah, we have no way to get out. Yeah, Bison, the gold chains, we can't get out of here until the network connection's reestablished. Yeah, except we're stuck in one of the most boring areas of the world. Wait, Painted World of... It's a cold place. Supposedly the people are gentle. I call bullshit. Yeah, it's a Dark Souls reference. Except, yeah, in Haseo's version, these signs are things you can hack into. Yeah, because of the fact they are cut off by all means of the system, but these are not in the system, so no one would have any way to cut them off. Yeah, no, Hosea knows what. Yeah, here we go. I mean, look, this is really the first time we've gone on a blind hop. Also, I'd like to point out we just left her trapped in cyberspace. Welcome to Tall Oaks Cathedral with a man who really needs a fucking drink. Decontaminated and destroyed. So Tall Oaks Cathedral. This is the events of Resident Evil 6. And he's lost contact with Hunnigan. Again. And he's here because they saw gold chains. I mean, this area was nuked, and it's back to normal. I think that's weird for Leon. The drinking part, that's normal for him. Weird shit that's kind of... Yeah, it's post RE6. That means he's not wanted by the government. There's no refugees or BOWs. Fuck this level. Oh god, this level was awful in Resident Evil 6. Oh! Oh yeah, no, he never retains contact with Hunnigan. Let's see here. Hey, my automod is working. It properly caught another bot. I forget, did we get the achievement for saving the people, or... Oh, fuck, I forget. I'd have to pull up my Steam achievements to see.
それだけで済む問題なのかしら?
何? 誰だ?
And also, her only appearance in this fucking game!
Leo.
She does nothing! She's just here to fuck with Leon for a little bit.
Ada.
So, you know, Ada's doing her fucking job.
どうしたのかしら? こんな場所に一人.
And this is the real Ada Wong.
そのセリフ、そのまま返すぜ。ここで何をしている?
Oh god.
まさか、この件にはノーアンブレラが。
無関係と言っておくね。信じる信じないはあなた次第だけど、もし関係があるならわざわざ姿を見せたりしないわ。
This is true.
そうとも限らないだろ。俺のことが気になった。
Leon, I think it's safe to say this point. She has taken a liking to you. This is your what? Actually, no, because the movies. 4th time meeting Ada? Because there was Resident Evil 2, the movie Resident Evil 4, and Resident Evil 6. So this would actually be 5th. Since this is a post Resident Evil 6 scenario. Not even counting any manga or anything.
まあいいさ。無関係なお前がどうしてここに?
バイオハザードの後始末で消えたはずのこの教会。
So even she's curious, like, well, this was nuked. Why the fuck is it back?
それを確かめるため。まあ、あなたと同じね。
金の鎖のこと、何かわかる?
And of course, do you know anything about these golden chains?
何? 私が来た時はすでに消失していたしね。信じる信じないは。
I wouldn't be surprised if she's bugged all of his fucking columns. It sounds like something Ada would do.
だが、この場所は放ってはおけない。この教会の地下には。
待って、誰か来る。
Oh yeah. Reminder, there is a... Oh, that's a problem. Okay, so she already knows. Colleague is stretching it. No, he was not. This is his first appearance in Cross Zone. This is what's gonna make the next interaction so much better. A low-level agent which the woman is stealing our fucking identity. By squad mates, he's probably talking about Chris and Jill. Look, I'm convinced. That could have been interesting, but it could have been convinced in my headcanon that there's a Raccoon City Survivors barbecue that meets every year. I do think he could have had them, but I think they were still kind of trying to line up the amount of paired units to solo units. So, and this is already a pretty large roster. So in all honesty, having another paired unit, I don't think would have been a good thing. Yeah, we went from one cathedral to another. They have a map sprite for her, but I don't know if they have a battle sprite for her. Because that's where a lot more of the work goes. Because these field tokens are probably the easier thing for them to animate. That's the problem. 3, 2, 1, and there it is. This happened last time. They'll get it fixed. I mean, Tiki has a whole sprite too for the Fire Emblem characters. They do nothing with her either. She's just there for the gag about her always being asleep. Because that's the thing, this game leans in a lot more into some of the gags about some of these games. I mean, Shamu just referenced fucking Dark Souls. They are yes, we are a diverse cast of characters on multiple times, dimensions, and it's only going to get crazier. And yeah, no, here's where the time dilation is going to be a fun thing. He looks older, and he's going to point out they look younger. Jill pretty much looks exactly the fucking same. I'm convinced Jill Valentine does not age. The only thing that changed with Redfield is he gained a bunch of muscle mass and then lost it. God, the steroids were insane for him. Way younger. And yeah, the equipment's outdated. The funny thing is, the only piece of equipment they have that would be considered outdated would be like the, I guess you would talk about it, the scuba gear and everything, because like they're quick geared out for like, you know, a water mission, because Revelation takes place on a boat. Thing is, the only had to go swole for the boulder punching, yeah. But no, the other thing I was going to say, though, is the only piece of equipment they had that would be considered out of date would be the Genesis device. Possibly the comms. But most of the other guns used in Resident Evil Revelations are pretty modern. Yeah, we went from Japan to America. Bullshit! Fuck, she's right. God damn Damn Majima! Oh, right, and all three of them are here. There's Kazuya, Heihachi, and Jin. Hey, look, Heihachi has a good sense of humor. Do they rehearse that? Actually, yeah, no, Chun-Li, that actually does matter, because Chun-Li, Ryu, and the rest of the Street Fighter cast actually do appear to age. Unlike the Resident Evil cast, with the exception of, I'd argue, Leon. Leon is the only Raccoon City survivor who looks like he's aged from Raccoon City. Excluding Sherry. Because she grew up. Leon got gruffer since the events of Resident Evil 4. Jill looks exactly like she did back in Resident Evil 3. Which... okay, I'm excluding Shadow of Rose here. But, I believe, like, the most recent we've seen Jill is... yes. Is the... actually, I think at this point it's Street Fighter 5, because, M. Bison is back. Hey, look, BOWs. Yeah, these actually would be ancient by this point. 7 or 8 years old. They're T-Abyss and Thanatos. So I just want some chaos. Cross Zone 2 was 2015. So was Street Fighter 5 a thing? When did Street Fighter 5 come out? No, it was a year before. Not Street Fighter 5. Was Bison in Street Fighter 4? Oh no, it might be Ultra Street Fighter 4. Because Bison was in Ultra Street Fighter 4, right? I think. I don't know. I don't... or no. When did Ultra come out? Fuck! Yeah, I don't believe Bison's in SF4. I think he was added in Ultra. Which was released in 2014. So they're probably using his Street Fighter 4 appearance, but story-wise, he did not have anything until Street Fighter 5. He was just outside of, like, you know, arcade mode endings, I guess. God damn it, Leon. Kinda. He isn't in the game's story mode. He's in the Ultra roster, though. He was added as a playable character. But it still didn't give him any story because Ultra just added new fighters, not a new story. That's kind of been Bison's whole thing, but keep in mind that's not entirely out of character for Street Fighter, since if we're gonna be honest, Street Fighter is basically just karate Star Wars. Look, it's not like it could be more insane. Like what? The fucking Nemesis shows up again?
これは大切な
うまくいったら
手加減はできない。立ち休み。
それ戦列それヘビちょっと疲れちゃった。
Let's be honest, Street Fighter isn't like it's like well renowned for its story. It's just fucking off the wall insanity. We love it.
油断はしないで。
了解。ゾンビが出たら A ボタンビーム。
俺たちも光学兵器の本格的な導入を考えるべきかも。
援護したい
Chris
と
is
思い
like,
ます。
we should adopt some lasers. Like, did this game just forget that Jill has used? Actually, no, wait, what's that? I forget. Did she use the railgun in the plasma cannon back in the original Resident Evil 3? Or was that a remake thing?
報告書が面倒な相手だったな。
いつも
I forget.
行こう。なるほどくん。
私はここだ。回収回収。
始めよ
Gonna let the enemies come to me.
俺だ。
戦おう。
There's not really a point for me to go, like, actually engage the enemies and just let them come to me and counter.
不届きも。うん、思い切っていこう。
No one on this, like, no one in Crawl Zone ever gets movement as insane as, say, Super Robot Wars, where, you know, I had machines flying to the other side of the map and just tearing apart enemy backlines. That's just not a thing that happens in this game.
覚悟。
It's weird seeing Majima use a flamethrower. Also, you know what? Let's be honest. Of course Majima would use a fucking shotgun. It's kind of just a thing he did. Oh, yeah. Street Fighter wise though, they're not really using any particular plot for Street Fighter. It's just generic M. Bison psycho power bullshit. The thing that they're using, but like character wise, I think he was used because he was added in Ultra in 2014. And to be honest, also you kind of say it's like somehow M. Bison returned. M. Bison had more explanation for his return because they had already established he had the clone bodies. That's what I think his name was Seth in the last game was about. He's one of the bodies that Bison's supposed to possess, but he went rogue. True. Exactly. Or, God, wait till we get to Super Robot Wars Y next month and you see, and I get access to the Vang Nex again. That shit was disgusting with how fast I had it moving. Some characters get some good movement for this game, but it's still nothing compared to what we have in Super Robot. Just because none of the accessories and equipment in this game are nearly as insane, and the fact that you're always limited to 2. Honestly, do it. It's really good, especially, because going into the final scenario, you have a whole bunch of bosses that you rematch, and there's some really good dialogue. I'm excited for SRY, but, things I'm hoping... I'm loving the base roster. I really am enjoying it, but I'm hoping... I've got some theories as to who we're going to see in DLC. You know what? I will say my theories on record, so if it happens, I am gonna cite this fucking video on my YouTube channel. I am calling Gundam Seed Freedom as DLC because of the fact that we have Gundam Seed Destiny already. Like, that's a major one I'm seeing. I'm calling Gridman Universe for the same reason, because we have Dynazenon. The only thing is, if we get Gridman Universe, that's going to give us another combination unit, and that's going to be really fucking insane. I mean, granted, it can't be as insane as SR30, giving us 3 Getter Robos. Also, this one, I'm not making this as a prediction for, DLC. From my understanding, I have not finished Getter Robo Arc. Like, not in terms of series, I would actually rather read the manga. But, with Getter Robo Arc, Ryoba does pilot a Getter. So I'm kind of hoping we get him in Shin Getter again, because that's what he uses in it. And cat's out of the bag. Scotty? Really? This is true. Or we could get we could end up getting an expansion pass like we did with SR30. So like we could have like the first wave of DLC, and then like a year later we'll get like a massive last hurrah again. To be honest, if they keep that as their DLC model, that's, I think, perfectly fine for Super Robot Wars, because it gives them some time to work. The DLC gives them some time to work in some like smaller series that don't need full scenarios. Like Sakura Wars had, what was it, 4 missions? It didn't need much else. Same with Ultraman. They weren't really something that would work as like a full story thing. Godzilla works because it's fucking Godzilla! Also because of the fact, using Singular Point, you got Kaiju. It gives them more of a variety of Kaiju to use besides just the Dynazenon Kaiju. Alright, bro. Oh, fuck, it's you. We're gonna go give Sherry a car again. That'll solve the problem. It's weird. I will be honest, the Ustanak is a weird choice. Oh, damn, don't get me started on the fact we're getting Macross. Also, by the way, other prediction, the Macross... turn down my AC a little bit. The Macross Delta movie. I don't know if we'll get that as DLC, or we'll get that as, a possible expansion pass down the line. We already know that, with the second wave of DLC, or at some point we're also getting the Zilgard, the Pteranodon, and Psybuster. No, Psybuster's in the first round. Because we're starting with the Psybuster and the Vangs. We're getting the Zilgard and the Pteranodon Rex. I think the normal Pteranodon? Because we're getting both, all the protagonists are returning from V, X, and T, which, God, that's gonna be fun, because that also means we get the co-pilots again. That means we're getting Spiro, Raimi, and fucking 9. Let's go. Yeah, the Usadog is an interesting choice, though, for a Resident Evil 6 villain for Leon, since this was more of a Jake thing. Yeah. Actually, I've seen more people upset that they're using the first movie instead of Absolute Live. It's like, if it's the first Macross rep we've had in a while, I'd rather them use the full plot of the series than just a movie, because I've noticed SR, when they use movies, they don't tend to get a lot of focused missions because they're a movie as opposed to an anime. Look at Mazinger Infinity in T and 30. And I mean, look at, well, I can't say about Get a Robo, because by SR30, Get a Robo is an entirely original plot. Because they are completely deviated from Armageddon. And between VX and T, we saw Crossbow at various points in time. Yeah, not her problem. She's going. So yeah, yeah, that's the thing they have to acknowledge. Leon has never canonically met Chris Redfield, if I remember correctly, on the field. The first time they are in a scene together, I believe, is Resident Evil Death Island. I'm excluding Mercenary Mode. See, I don't believe they ever meet. He works with Claire mostly. Leon's kind of just been fucking off and doing his own thing, ignoring Chris and Jill for years. I guess? Yeah, so we jumped ahead 7 years to the future because we were in the world R2. So we're 7 years off from our target. Oh yeah, you'll get used to it. Though it's funny, Leon's questioning them about using old tech. I'm gonna find a quiet room later and have me a good scream. That's the Leon we all know and love. Also, I would like to point out, we don't know where the fuck the, scientist is. You know, or the doctor. She might still be stuck in the world.
Let's play. 私かな？
ライジング。
今が正義を貫く時だ。その隙逃し。
Yeah, I think that's probably why they went to use Snock. It's probably because like the Nemesis was such a big deal in the last game. I don't know. Because the Nemesis hounded us for a lot of the game. It was pretty much, the Nemesis hounded us for pretty much when we recruited Chris and Jill in the world. I'd like to say almost all the way to endgame, where it also, thanks to the help of Vile, managed to clone itself.
少しこのドスさばきへし折るさじきそんな太めさじきそんな太めまったくどこじゃ
俺たちだな。
行きます。敵の行動 操作します。オフのパターン再生。セイバーモード。ジギーのパターン再生。
当たって
キャノン。残撃から爆破。
止まりなさい。
はっや。攻撃を1。
勝負だ。
子供扱いしないでよ、チュンリーさん。私から見れば
I mean, she's not wrong.
任せておけばいい。
見ちゃいられないぜ。
加水症空中上おお、駆け上がるわ。あや、勝っちゃった。それじゃ V シェイシェイ再见。はーい。
Oh shit, that's it's still only round 2. What the fuck? Yeah, like the flow of this game is a lot faster, because some levels do have a lot more cutscenes. So it is it's structured more like Super Robot Wars. Because back when I was streaming SR, I was getting to the point where a lot of the actual combat didn't take me too long, because my machines were one-shotting most enemies. But it was just the in the middle of, you know, combat, enemies popping in, or story events.
泣けるぜ。
よしか。
いいぜ。
私ですね。
行くにゃ。ターゲット操作
と
します。
ことんまでやってやる。
モモのパターン再生。
The one thing I really kind of wish that they kept in terms of this was being able to use the cross system with support instead of just solo units. Okay, let's move up the rest of the team. That's gonna be my the point where I'm holding off the enemies. Because if I go any further, we're gonna be dealing with a choke point.
いい感じです。
おっしゃ。
Yes, I have finished it. Those final, I don't know if he's still here. Me and PK finished it the other back when the finale came out. Holy shit, that was wild.
喧嘩を売る相手。
突入して制圧します。気づきしかばん。月に近づく何を疑い。
Like that actual final episode was insane to watch. There were so many nice references. They corrected the timeline. In what, and I mean that in like, okay, they removed one of my, because I realized early on, because Cecilia was alive, Char never shot her with a rocket launcher. God, that's was so good. Yeah, I actually really did like the ending though of G-Quux.
なるほどくん、しっかりね。
援護行動をします。
負けないよ。進むしかないもんね。解散。データドレイン。
しぶとすぎんだよ。おめえ。
Yeah, no, the Zuda just blew the fuck up. Because that's what the fuck the Zuda does. I will always love the fact that the Zuda's existence, they kept developing the damn thing. They eventually did get it stabilized, but it's not until, like, I'd say Gundam Unicorn they have it under fucking control.
待ってください。行きますから。さあ、
But the fact that that happened at all just shows why Zeon lost the war.
誰も傷つけさせない。
勝利。伊藤ローダン
進路。
完勝天地。
あまり苦しめたくはないですね。
Now I'll ask you, who's your theory on who was talking from the G-Quacks? I'm pretty sure I know who it was.
フォローミー作戦開始。
Especially because like when we see the arms for a little bit, I know who it is. It looks like his uniform.
敵耐久力データを集
行くぞ。
Yeah, you thought it was Char's counterattack too? Same. Yeah. I'll be honest, I think that show had better pacing in its leading up to its final act, in my opinion, than say Witch from Mercury season 2. I am not the biggest fan of G-Witch's second season.
トスを稼ぐとするか。
But I'd say it was mostly rough in the beginning, but once it got itself going, I think it was fun.
蹴りをつけるぞ。わしも世界に回るんや。あがん。やっても
Especially its final act. Its final act, I think, is really well put together.
攻める。いいさ、ここは俺たちだ。決めてや。貴様ら、わしに続け。七個払いかかと切り。破産し、テリア。引導を渡してやろう。とどめじゃ。
I agree. Because you can recover from a shaky start. But, God, it fucking... I don't know what happened, like, what really went down behind the scenes for it, but it felt like they just didn't want to commit to anything by the end of G-Witch.
これは原稿。
見ちゃいられないぜ。
フォローミー作戦開始。
リモン長寿。
I'd say with G-Quacks, the biggest issue it had, at least in my opinion, that I had early on.
おあいにくさま。あなた程度じゃ相手にならないわ。
Yeah, no, that's kind of what it was. And it also did help, like, it felt like that they were, at the end of season 1, I felt like they were setting up, you know, for a big conflict and all, for everything to just keep escalating from the end of season 1. But then when you get to season 2, it's they keep wanting to not commit to the escalation.
俺だぜ。
ならば。
ウーマ州の夏剣山この旅。
よっ。
ダチーブルマン。
ごめん。おいよ。
最後はこれで決めるよ。
And then, like, because they didn't commit to the proper escalations, like, the last bit, it's like, nah, speedrun that shit!
グナロク。終わりだ。
So I honestly would say I think
どうしよう。よ
I honestly think if we want to talk about Gundam as like very well as like a very well handled escalation of stakes, I'd say Double O is a really good one. Even IBO, I think its plot moves along fine. To say what you might about its ending, I don't hate it nearly as much as some people. So I know some people absolutely despise IBO's ending.
このままダブルブレード当たってこれだシャットダウン
Actually, I think it's a lot of the times I've seen like a lot of people like despise that IBO's ending. They seem to miss the point of IBO's ending. Oh shit. Okay. As for G-Cook's King had wrapped up, my only lingering complaints this episode was more friendship moments between the trio during the clan battles. Yeah. I could see that.
行くよ
I could see us also getting a continuation of G-Crux. Though, fucking the final bit where, like, I remember I was watching it, we're seeing, like, you know, the Zeon capital, and we see, Char's sister walk up, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, but like, is that fucking Rambo Raw? The confirmation that Rambo Raw not only survived, but is her bodyguard is great.
中国4000年の技しょうがない手を貸してあげるわ地球大衆ごめんやつだ池の部落も滅びよ死ぬがいい任務完了とんだ茶番だ
覚悟はいいな
Yeah, I think G-Crux ended in a good way where it's if they can, they can come if they want to, they can come back for a sequel, but they don't have to. It's not it wrapped up everything, but it left some threads for what they could do. I don't think we're getting a season 2. But it'd be kind of interesting. Yeah. The origin is interesting, especially because of the fact it is its own timeline.
思い切っていこうよ
But it does still give like some good basics to understand what the fuck Char went through.
皆さんご一緒に
経験値の割り振りはどうなってんだ
2人で共通だよハセオ
Still no information. No, everyone keeps talking about these gold fucking chains.
みんなお願いしますね
Or if you count the novelization. Which fun fact, in the novelization, Amuro dates Char's sister.
した神羅万象を
これが最終形態じゃ
That makes the final battle way more awkward.
ガッツが足りない
行きます。
それぞれの
作戦怒涛でいく
凍結します。発射。とどめを装着します。
キャノンフラッ
セイバーモード G シフトモードパターン再生トゥース。
嘘
オッケー。
相手の隙をつけばこっちが有利よ。
自力。
俺を受ける
So Leon's, as I've mentioned, Leon's weapons are common. So his handguns are from Resident Evil 6, but every other weapon he uses is from Resident
こ
Evil
れで終わり
4.
だ。よく眠りなよ。発射。これを受けろ。上だ。食らえ。
Which is just funny to me.
終わっていないわ。油断しないで。
I mean, granted, he doesn't really have like a whole bunch of unique weapons in Resident Evil 6. It's the only unique weapon to Leon in that game is his handguns.
了解
俺が行く
お仕置き
親父見ててくれ
弱連火水晶三空脚逆十字砲弱連火水晶
リモンチョーチ
もらったわ弱連火水晶決めるわ逆十字砲あんまり言いたくないセリフだけど年季が違うのよ
そうだな
Ooh, they gave him a second skill.
私はここだ
ここは
俺たちに任せておけばいい
ホーミングトーピード
今が正義を貫く時だ
ホーミングトーピードホーミングトーピード
正義の雷を受けろこれだ燃えるミッションコンプリート
これでとどめだなんて耐久力だ
Is there a weird horseman thing? Also, I was wrong. They can counterattack the multi-hit. Great. Maybe? Or maybe they started Resident Evil 4 Leon. Wait, when did RE6 come out? Now it's 2012, so now Resident Evil 6 have been out for 3 years at this point. I think it's just because it's Resident Evil 4 loadout is more iconic, but they wanted to use Resident Evil 6 as the actual location.
了解ライジングファイ
兄さんここは俺たち連続攻撃で勝負をかける正義の炎だやはり悪は滅びるそれが世の常だ最低これだ正義は勝つ
これでとどめだ
God, I love how quickly you can build up to 100% in this game.
行くよ
雑魚と
風魔衆の夏剣山風車中国憲法の真髄よそこでうまくやってお疲れ指揮よ大衆こっち上がり
Possibly. They could have been working on something with... Yeah, the first one came out around the same time, so they could have been working on something. What might happen is they might have been working on Resident Evil 4 Leon, and they probably had him dropped, but reused some of the assets they had for this game.
やっぱり
イリュウ、俺も後に続くぞ。
Also, by the way, I don't know if you heard, but apparently, according to a recent interview after a playtest of Super Robot Wars Y, the game directors at Bandai Presto, or you know, Bandai Presto, the people who do SR and everything, have confirmed that remakes of the older titles are on the table. They just want to keep making new stuff right now to keep learning the new engine that they've adopted since, I think it was, they started it with V. And this is their 5th outing with it. Please, that was everyone's response. Z. Immediately was just Z. I want Z just because of that gives me a chance for Double O, Code Geass, Macross, Getter Robo, Gundam Seed, and of course, most importantly, Big O.
構わん。最初から楽しめそうじゃな。
俺が合わせる。先に行け。
うわー、かかと切り。
ネギを。
俺が鉄拳王の実力じゃ。死ねー。消えせろ。
No real point for finishing with that outside the
どう
hits,
した三島平八。
but it's just increases my gold.
見せかけだけか。
It's because it was the final attack. And he's on the loose now. That's great. More like an ex-girlfriend. Yep, here we go again. Though it's weird that Leon is acting like that thing's hunted him before. He's only encountered it, what, once? I honestly would prefer Z or Alpha just because of the fact I hear Z is like, I always hear Z heavily praised. It's the truth. Very much. Also, hey, she got here too. So we just got to keep going and checking things out. True. True. I was checking the mission list. I mean, the chapter list. Yeah, I am gonna call it there, though. I don't have I did not have a lot of time in it for like a super long stream tonight. I'm gonna try later in the week to do another crossover stream. I just don't know if that's gonna happen.